abilities. And to understand anything about how this life manifests in these forms, we have to understand something, study and understand something about the circle of possibilities, which is the life cycle of that form, and the circle of probabilities, that things that could happen to that life form, changes. But the circle of possibilities is fixed. It's not a lot of them, but there's fixed. They're immutable. It can't be changed. But the circle of probabilities are virtually uncountable. We're born as infants, grow to the old age and die. The material body dies. And that's a small circle of our material possibility. We can't stop it. We can't even slow it down. But what we can do by our choices is generate seemingly endless number of circles of probabilities. But once we do that, we're required to undergo those circles of probabilities. And most of all of these delay us in completing the circle of possibilities. They're really, they give us experiences, so they're valuable. It's not like a waste of time. But the more circles of probabilities you create for yourself, the longer the journey is going to be. And when I say delay the completion of the circle of possibilities, I mean the big circle where the prodigal son comes out from God and goes back to God. Studying these circles of possibilities of any life form, we see great wisdom in all the life forms. We see the total power of God in all the life forms. The total power, again, is keeping that life form in that circle of possibilities. It can't escape. It can never jump to another circle of possibilities, like for another life form. And all the life forms are ruled by the life itself's total wisdom and power. Life itself in eternity in beingness. And the temporary expression of that life in the worlds of existence. Both beingness and existence have very, very different characteristics. Beingness is everlasting, which means no change. The worlds of existence, all three of them, are undergoing constant change. And yet, the worlds of existence are in the worlds of beingness. So don't think of existence as a separate place from beingness, because the higher always contains the lower. Everything is in everything. Now again, life itself is everlasting in beingness. And there's a manifestation in being in the worlds of existence. And it's governed by the law of existence. Whatever exists has a beginning and will one day come to an end. And this reality is true for anything. Human beings, plants, animals, the whole planet. So a human being is and exists. A human being is because it is an eternal spirit being, life itself. And a human being exists as a living incarnated entity. And for anything to exist, it must have a form. The form, in our case, of course, is a material body we know very well, and it's in complete obedience to its circles of existence, which means the circle of possibilities. Which means, again, birth, growing, old age, and finally death of the material body. The circles of possibilities for everything in us is governed by life's total power and total wisdom. And it's all coming. Where is that power and wisdom? Where is that governing power coming from? It's coming from the human idea, the archetypal human idea in the divine plan. A human being is a God because we're offsprings of God. All the enlightened ones in the past have said that. As a God, your eternal I-ness does not change. But now the eternal I-ness is expressing itself as a self-consciousness, as a personality in the worlds of existence. Now there's a lot of change, lots and lots of change. As an I-ness, we are eternally. As an expression of that I-ness, we exist temporarily in the time and place worlds of existence. As a man or a woman with a certain name and a form of their own self-consciousness. But to really understand this, first we have to study ourselves as an expression of life, as a self-conscious person. Then later we can experience our real self beyond the existence of the temporary, beyond the fourth and fifth dimensional worlds known as the hereafter. There we come to the non-dual state of beingness. There we find our eternal I-ness, which again is life itself. There we're no longer a personality with strengths and weaknesses, we're God. Every one of us has the ability to do that, but not everyone is willing to make the effort to do that.